In just 3 days, the United States doubled its landmass. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 was a monumental deal. The U.S. acquired approximately 828,000 square miles for about $15 million. That averaged around 3 cents per acre. This acquisition spanned from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains. It fundamentally transformed the nation. This vast territory housed diverse resources, rivers, and wildlife. It shaped the future of agriculture and trade. The decision to buy was driven by Thomas Jefferson's vision for expansion. It impacted the lives of countless Native American tribes who inhabited the land. The purchase paved the way for westward exploration and settlement. The Louisiana Purchase was a pivotal moment in American history. It doubled the size of the young nation. It also sparked a wave of westward expansion that would shape the country for centuries to come. The purchase encompassed land from 15 present-day states. This included all of Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska. It also included parts of Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, Louisiana, and Texas. The acquisition of this vast territory had profound implications for the United States. It solidified its presence on the continent. It also set the stage for its rise as a global power. The purchase was made from Napoleonic France. France had acquired the territory from Spain in 1800. However, Napoleon Bonaparte's ambitions in Europe soon led him to seek funds. He saw an opportunity to sell the Louisiana Territory to the United States. This was despite the fact that it went against his original plans for a French empire in North America. The deal was finalized on April 30, 1803. It was a remarkable bargain for the United States. The purchase price of $15 million was a fraction of the land's true value. The Louisiana Purchase was a testament to the diplomatic skills of the American negotiators. It was led by Robert Livingston and James Monroe. They were initially authorized to purchase only New Orleans and its surrounding area. However, they seized the opportunity to acquire the entire territory when it was offered by the French. The purchase was not without its critics in the United States. Some argued that it was unconstitutional. To truly understand the significance of the Louisiana Purchase, we must look back to the early years of the United States. The young nation, newly independent from Great Britain, faced a continent of possibilities and uncertainties. Westward expansion was not just a matter of ambition, but of necessity. The fledgling economy relied heavily on agriculture, and access to fertile land was paramount. The Appalachian Mountains, once a formidable barrier, were now seen as a gateway to opportunity. The Ohio River Valley in particular became a focal point for westward migration. Pioneers, eager to claim their own piece of the American dream, braved treacherous journeys to establish homesteads and communities. This westward movement brought them into increasing contact and often conflict with Native American tribes who had long called these lands home. The stage was set for a clash of cultures and a struggle for control of the vast wilderness that lay beyond the Mississippi. The Mississippi River itself was another crucial factor driving expansion. It served as a vital artery for trade and transportation, connecting the interior of the continent to the port of New Orleans. Control of New Orleans was essential for the economic well-being of the Western territories. Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and the third President of the United States, was a complex figure with a vision for America that was both ambitious and contradictory. He envisioned a nation of independent farmers, tilling their own soil and living in harmony with nature. He saw westward expansion as essential to realizing this vision, providing ample land for generations to come. Jefferson believed that a republic could only thrive if its citizens were independent and self-sufficient. He feared that a society reliant on industry and wage labor would lead to corruption and the erosion of democratic values. The vast expanse of the Louisiana Territory, with its promise of fertile land, seemed to offer the perfect antidote to these concerns. It represented an opportunity to create an empire of liberty, where every citizen could be a landowner and participate fully in the democratic process. However, Jefferson's vision was also intertwined with the prevailing beliefs of his time, including those about race and the superiority of European civilization. The Louisiana Territory was not merely a vast expanse of land, It was a treasure trove of natural resources that would fuel the growth of the United States for decades to come. The fertile soils of the Great Plains would become the breadbasket of the nation, producing an abundance of wheat, corn, and other crops that would feed a rapidly growing population. The mighty rivers that crisscrossed the territory, including the Missouri, Arkansas, and Red Rivers, provided not only a means of transportation but also the potential for hydroelectric power. The vast forests that covered much of the region supplied timber for construction and fuel for industry. Mineral deposits, including gold, silver, and copper, were discovered and exploited, attracting waves of prospectors and fueling economic booms. The acquisition of this resource-rich territory had profound implications for the development of the United States. Section 5. Displacement and Dispossession, the Native American Story. The Louisiana Purchase had a devastating impact on the numerous Native American tribes who had called this vast territory home for generations. As white settlers poured westward, they encroached on Native American lands, disrupting traditional hunting grounds and displacing communities that had lived in balance with the land for centuries. Treaties were signed and broken, often under duress, as the United States government sought to extinguish Native American land claims and open up more territory for white settlement. The forced removal of Native American tribes from their ancestral lands, epitomized by the Trail of Tears, stands as a dark chapter in American history, a testament to the human cost of westward expansion. The Louisiana Purchase, while celebrated as a triumph of American diplomacy, marked a turning point in the relationship between the United States and Native American tribes. Section 6. The Lewis and Clark Expedition, Charting the Unknown. Even before the ink had dried on the Louisiana Purchase Treaty, President Thomas Jefferson was already planning an expedition to explore the vast and largely unknown territory that the United States had acquired. He chose Meriwether Lewis, his personal secretary, and William Clark, an experienced frontiersman, to lead the expedition. The Corps of Discovery, as the expedition party was known, set out from St. Louis in the spring of 1804. Their mission was to follow the Missouri River to its source, cross the Rocky Mountains, and reach the Pacific Ocean. Along the way, they were to map the territory, document its natural resources, and establish relations with the Native American tribes they encountered. The Lewis and Clark expedition was a remarkable feat of exploration and diplomacy. For over 2 years, they braved treacherous rapids, unforgiving terrain, and encounters with both friendly and hostile Native American tribes. Section 7. The Louisiana Purchase and the Question of Slavery. The Louisiana Purchase had profound implications for the already contentious issue of slavery in the United States. The acquisition of such a vast territory reignited the debate over the expansion of slavery into the Western territories. The Missouri Compromise of 1820, which admitted Missouri as a slave state and Maine as a free state, was a temporary solution that only postponed the inevitable conflict. The issue of slavery in the West would continue to fester, ultimately contributing to the outbreak of the Civil War in 1861. Section 8. A Nation Transformed. The Louisiana Purchase was a watershed moment in American history, transforming the United States from a fledgling republic into a continental power. It doubled the size of the nation, providing ample land and resources for generations to come. It sparked a wave of westward expansion, shaping the nation's character and fueling its economic growth. The acquisition of such a vast territory also had profound implications for the development of American democracy, raising questions about citizenship, governance, and the rights of Native Americans that continue to resonate today. Section 9. The Louisiana Purchase in retrospect. Looking back on the Louisiana Purchase from the vantage point of the 21st century, we can see it as a pivotal event that shaped the destiny of the United States. It was a testament to the audacity and ambition of the young nation, a bold gamble that paid off handsomely. The acquisition of such a vast territory fueled the nation's economic engine, provided land for a growing population, and solidified its position as a major player on the world stage. However, we must also acknowledge the human cost of this expansion, particularly the displacement and dispossession of Native American tribes who had called this land home for centuries. The Louisiana Purchase serves as a reminder that the story of American progress is often intertwined with stories of injustice and the enduring legacy of conquest.